okay, give it a try. See where an open relationship takes you. You're still young. You can try out different stuff. And he does, and he breaks down. And then he goes to the Dalai Lama. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Half a Nice Day podcast. If you're listening to it for the first time, welcome to our page. And if you're a recurring listener, welcome back, guys. This is the Half a Nice Day podcast, like I mentioned, with your host, Joshua.
And Janine.
And yeah, so where do we start? Okay, I'll tell you. Ramadan Kareem to everyone.
Ramadan Kareem.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
April Fools.
April Fools.
Is Orthodox Easter already?
Orthodox Easter, I believe, is this Sunday.
Is this Sunday? Okay, so we still have time. And 420 is in a week. Happy 420 to all our...
Oh, we're going to be in...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. The concert is on the 20th, right?
21st.
No, it's on the 20th.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, just to backtrack so you understand what we're talking about. First of all, sorry, we apologize. We haven't been doing this consistently. A lot of things on our plate. A lot of things. We thought we'd had some breathing room during Ramadan, but it turns out it isn't so.
Yeah.
But glad to be back here with my compadre, Janine Khoury. But again, I don't know. I hope we don't take another long break after this because Janine and I were actually traveling to Alao Gavna.
I was going to say to see the queen. Oh, but that's sad because it's now the king.
No, it's the prince, right? He's the prince.
No.
Oh, he's the king now, yeah.
Yes.
But not a king I would bow to. Like, I would only bow to like LeBron James, King James. Yeah, that's it, I think.
This king.
Yeah, this king. He's my king. And all my men who I support and love dearly.
Okay.
But yeah, Janine and I were going to UK, innit?
Your shirt says king, by the way.
Yeah, Rat King, Theo Von gang.
We're going to go to Alao Gavna.
We're going to play footy with the lads down at the pub, innit?
Josh was very sweet. He got me one of the best Christmas presents I've had so far.
You can tell them what it is.
It is tickets to my favorite band,
Paramore,
and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't contain my excitement.
She really hasn't, guys. She has like a playlist right now, which is just like all the Paramore's, the set list actually for this whole concert. So in case Janine doesn't know a song, she's like doing these preventive measures, I would say, to just make sure that she's not like lost when she's like singing, you know,
because I need to know every single lyric word for word in those songs. And so tip for those who are, now that COVID is essentially over, hopefully, Lord, tip for those who are concert goers, just Google the set list if it's available and create your own playlist on Spotify or wherever you stream your music from.
I think it's mostly Spotify.
Yeah.
No,
or
like Apple Music has died.
Yeah. Or YouTube. And
yeah, I'm a YouTube guy.
And you just put the entire set list and create your own playlist.
And if you're lucky, it might already be there, actually.
Yeah.
Someone else might have created it.
So, yeah. Just listen to it over and over, and by the time that the concert's there, you know what's coming in.
Yeah, that's what I actually did. I don't think I talked about this, but when I was traveling back in August, was it August?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was in Portugal, I saw two of my favorite bands, Landmarks and Knocked Loose, and that's exactly what I did as well. I saw what their set list was for the tour, so I knew when like I had to jump and stuff, and it was embarrassing because there's a video of me which like I prematurely yelled out the lyric, and it's so obvious in the recording that I have, and it's like, it's really embarrassing, you know, like you see like a whole group of like super fans of a band, and I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs, and then I miss out a lyric or I go too early into the verse.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing because everyone like notices.
Is it embarrassing though?
Yeah, I would judge someone. Like when we go
but do they still remember you now? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, remember that guy who shouted the
I'm pretty sure because
prematurely?
I'm literally in a city in in France.
Who
And I'm the
cares?
only brown guy. Which is a lie, by the way, guys. France is only brown people, okay? Literally, you walk, there's a kebab place. You walk another 2 steps, there's a Lebanese guy. Like, literally, I went for a walking tour in France. And the guy stops us, like, by the way, guys, if you want Lebanese food, this is the place. 10 euros, you get this giant plate, fills you up for the day. And I'm like, I want Parisian food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Parisian food.
Yeah. Fun fact, French fries is not actually from France. It's actually from Belgium.
Okay, where are these facts coming from?
I don't know. I'm like a fact book.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're a not book. You're a lie book.
No, it's like what you said is right. Like, not book, because it's like notebook, a play on the word notebook. But yeah, this is Janine and my year of concerts, because we already have so many concerts lined up.
Oh,
so what's after this?
But that's like in October.
No, there's something in May.
Oh yeah, May. Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Backstreet Boys are coming to the UAE and Abu Dhabi May 5. And tickets were sold out in a couple of hours.
So back to the episode, everyone. Sorry, we had a sidebar. I'm going to cut that part out. But yeah, so we have Backstreet's
which
back,
I'm
all
super
right.
excited about. And it seems like almost everyone in the UAE, because again, what I said earlier, their tickets to the show were sold out in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of friends who couldn't even buy a ticket. So as soon as the tickets were sold at 12 p.m., I forgot which date, but at 11:45, I was already on the website. So I was already in the queue to buy tickets. And as soon as I got in, and I even Teams called one of my colleagues, so both of us were on the call.
Yeah, I was there at home.
I was working from home on that day, and we booked the tickets right away. So the first ones that we could find, we booked it right away.
Yeah.
Or else we would have been
missed your chance.
Yeah.
But this is the second time you're seeing it, so I don't know why you're so excited.
No, I haven't seen Backstreet Boys.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen them ever.
Oh,
so I'm super excited.
Maybe I was Front Street Boys.
This is the second time I'm seeing Paramore. I haven't seen Backstreet Boys ever.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited because it just brings back all of the memories of me singing my heart out when I was young.
Yeah.
To Backstreet Boys.
Super fan right here, guys.
Who's your Backstreet Boy?
Who's my guy?
Yeah.
In Backstreet Boys?
Yes.
I would like to say AJ.
Okay, I love AJ.
But
he's cool.
In terms of range and like a Mr. Jack of all trades when it comes to singing, I would say Nick. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I asked you this before, but you were in a gang fight and you had to call one of the Backstreet Boys. Who would you call to like?
I said AJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said AJ. AJ looks like he can punch.
Do some damage, right?
Someone, yeah.
Yeah.
So AJ.
For me, I think it's
my Backstreet Boy is Nick. Because I was in love with Nick. I don't know. When I was young, I was in love with blonde boys, blue eyes. That I went through a phase of.
Did you see Aaron Carter now? Didn't he pass away?
Yes, he's
dead. Rest in peace. But still, when he passed away, he had like a full face tattoo and everything now. Yeah. So he was also a dream hunk growing up for all the girls that just hit puberty.
I would say a dream cutie pie. He was never a hunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Nick was more of a hunk, like a dream hunk.
Yeah, like Nick is the guy you would have a poster of in your room.
And I did.
Yeah.
You know those magazines where
and you get the
usually the centerfold was like a poster that is folded into like different like folds.
Yeah.
And you can unfold it to become a big poster.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those. Actually, a lot of those. And yeah, of course, I have one of Nick. I love him so much. Nick, if you're watching this,
hit me up. No, but for me, if I was in a fight, I would definitely choose, I think, Kevin.
But no one, it's funny, no one chooses Howie D.
Yeah, because look at him. He would be the first one to run away. It's either Kevin or AJ I would choose.
I think Howie D could also, like, back himself up in a fight.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to see that, though. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't Howie D or AJ, one of them went through to rehab, right? I think it was AJ, probably.
Yeah, AJ looks like the kind of guy who would have gone to rehab.
Why are you judging?
I don't know. He wears sunglasses indoor, and that already tells me a lot.
You know what tells a lot? My taste
in
men. Because when I was young, I used to love blonde blue eyes. And
yeah, so I think it changes throughout the years because you started liking pretty boys first, and now it's like rugged men who would like hunt for their own food.
So you look like a rugged man who would hunt for your own food.
Yes.
This guy.
Let's just say I pass by Business Bay quite a few times when I drive.
Okay.
And I see those men fishing.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm going to do that one day.
Okay.
Yes, and I told you that.
You can't even hold a worm in your hand.
You don't have to hold a worm. You have to hold a fish.
Yeah, but how would you put the bait?
Who said anything about bait? I'm going to get my 12 gauge shotgun, shoot in the water until the fish rise up, and then eat it.
Who are you?
That's another fishing method, by the way.
You know how scared you are of every single thing?
Okay, moving on, guys.
Like, I would tell you that there's a cockroach on your shoulder right now and you would freak out. Because there is. There's a moth. There's a moth behind you. A week ago.
Hey, I watched Spider-Man.
A week ago, we were watching something. I don't know what we were watching. Or maybe playing on PS5. And there was a moth that flew around. And Josh died, literally.
No.
Yes. Why? It was a moth.
Do you know how a moth can kill you, by the way?
How?
There's some science behind it, but...
See how bored Max is of this conversation. He's like losers.
We just walked him, that's why.
Yeah. Losers. And we gave him some good chew, so...
Yeah. He's been busy.
He's having the time of his life.
Yeah.
Shall we go through happy news of the week?
Yeah, of course. So that's what we've been up to, guys. Nothing exciting. I think this is our lives now.
Happy news of the week. It's not even a week. It's a month. 2 months. I don't even know how long.
Yeah, just happy news that we recently heard of.
Wang Od. How epic was that Vogue cover?
Yes.
For Vogue Philippines. So Vogue Philippines was just recently launched. This is probably their third, fourth cover.
I don't know.
They literally just launched like a couple of months ago in the Philippines. And their recent cover is Wang Od. And
Apo Wang
Od is a 106-year-old woman, or in the Philippines they call her mambabatok, which is a tattoo artist, but using the
traditional style
of using a pine needle and some charcoal as the ink, and she uses a bamboo stick and manually tap to create these patterns as tattoos. So instead of a tattoo gun, she uses her manual method, which is a method that they've used ages and ages ago. She is the last living traditional tattoo artist.
And that's traditional, not the ones that I currently have, but traditional. Like, apparently it was how do you say, for that particular tribe in Kalinga. Yeah. It was their like rite of passage, basically their war colors, all those kinds of things. So
the people who used to live in the mountain province, the tradition is for them to actually wear tattoos, not just on their bodies but also their face. And so she was one of the tattoo artists that was passed on that method of tattooing. And unfortunately, she's the last one of that generation because she doesn't have her own kids. Good news is she does have 2 nieces, I believe. One is Grace. I don't know the name of the other one.
Ruby.
Who she taught the method to, and they're actually helping her out do the tattoos because she still does tattoos, which is super impressive.
No, but she only does one design.
Yeah, for a 106-year-old woman, she still does tattoos. You can't choose your tattoos. She just does the 3 dots.
Yeah.
At this point. But even before, she would have like a couple of tattoos that she does, but you can't choose. You can't tell her I want an eagle because, for example, an eagle is only tattooed onto warriors, for example. So there's certain meanings to the tattoos that she would do, and you're not just allowed to rock up and say, hey, I want this tattoo. It's not like a tattoo shop. And in order to get there, it's quite the travel. So
what I know, it's around 11 hours from Manila. and then you go on a bike, by the way, somewhere a little bit towards the mountains, and then from the last leg is basically hiking.
Yeah. And
there's no hotels, just homestays.
Exactly. You get to sleep with the locals.
Yeah.
Of course, you pay, you bring them something. And then the next morning you get the tattoo. So it's like first come, first serve.
No, the day you land, you put your name on a list.
Yeah.
And it's basically in that order. If you manage to, some people say it actually took them 2 days to actually meet one god.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're lucky,
I'm sure she wouldn't tattoo a lot of people. I mean, the woman is literally 106 years old. So she gets to tattoo a couple of people, and then she's tired. She's done for the day. And I guess her 2 nieces carry on with the rest of the tattooing. So,
but it's amazing. Can you imagine 106 tattooing?
106.
Still working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is what exercise, healthy, fresh air, healthy food, fresh food gets you.
Yeah.
106.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I have to say, she's gorgeous.
Have you seen
that cover? Wow. That's real Filipino beauty.
What's funny, there's even better pictures of her.
Yeah.
Literally when she's sitting on the floor, she's literally what is that position when you're sitting on the floor, but when the
Asian squat?
Yeah, like an Asian squat.
Yeah.
She does that at 106.
Yeah.
Ask Janine, whenever I even go bend down to pick up Max, my knees crack. I'm like, how's a 106-year-old woman doing this?
Crack.
I feel like I'm 110.
I'm sure she does. She walks a lot. It's not like a flat land terrain that they live on. So there's a lot of ups and downs, and she stretches out when she does her tattoos.
Yeah. She
meets people. So socially, she's quite healthy in that manner.
Yeah. And a lot of people love and respect her.
Exactly.
Despite that tradition, you can see the people get really emotional when they see her as well.
Yeah. And this cover really, I would say, really made waves when it comes to people talking about it, not just in the Philippines but even internationally. So it's quite a proud moment as a Filipino to have these sort of, and this is what we want to see. I think people and editors, gone are the days where it's only sexy women, and when we say sexy, that hourglass figure. When you look at the 90s, the 80s, and all of those covers of picture perfect models with
those
perfect
pinup models,
skin and all that, it's so nice to see someone who's 106, so the oldest person to be on the cover of Vogue.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So cool.
Yeah.
So proud of her as well. Plus Janine and I are tattoo enthusiasts.
Yes.
So it's nice to see that platform was given to someone who really truly deserved it as well. Who doesn't meet the traditional styles of beauty.
Yes.
But
Tamisha's gorgeous. Yes. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She is.
It's not cool.
Tell me. Oh, is this the pro tip?
What
are you talking about?
I'm saying what's not cool is the Dalai Lama. Can we just...
Oh, that thing.
Can we just talk about this very briefly, because I don't want to shed more light into this. Actually, maybe we should shed more light into the situation. But for those who are hiding in a shell and not aware of what's happening around the world,
aka me,
you know this because I told you.
Yeah.
So recently, and I'm not sure what the right date is because it seems like every single tabloid or every single article about it says something else, but the Dalai Lama asked a young boy to suck on his tongue. I can't even say it because I'm horrified. And I've seen the video, and I have no words to describe the disgust that I felt when I saw it. And so the video is basically this boy approaching the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama was seated. The boy was in front of him, and he sort of greeted the Dalai Lama in a respectful manner. And the Dalai Lama reached forward to the boy with his lips, like here, kiss me on my lips. So the boy.
Did he say kiss me?
Like he was like here, like he like pouted his lips and he was like here.
Oh, so it was obvious that he wanted to get a kiss.
Yes.
Yikes.
So he asked for a kiss on the lip.
Because there's sometimes where it's still acceptable, but I still feel weird. Like when a parent kisses their child on the lip, it's like, okay, I understand, but it's very weird. But then
so that's
this
weird to you. Yeah. Okay. So the kid obliged, kissed the Dalai Lama on the lip, and then the Dalai Lama stuck out his tongue and he mouthed the words, suck my tongue.
Yeah.
And there was this felt like eternity to me, but on the video, like the boy seemed like confused. And
he's like, I want to get the blessings, but I don't want to go. Yes. I don't want to get that blessing.
And so the Dalai Lama inched closer and closer and closer to the boy's face, and the boy was like stunned, but also like he's trying to
keep his composure, yeah.
unwillingly like go closer as well to the Dalai Lama.
But he did, right?
While I don't know, the video was cut, and to be honest, I don't even want to watch further. But yeah, the Dalai Lama was like inching closer with his tongue out to the face of the boy. Very disturbing, first of all. Kudos to the news outlets who have blurred the face of the boy, because I've seen a video where the boy's face is unblurred.
Yeah, the one you showed me.
And I feel so bad for the boy, because imagine like years and years from now, like that feeling of he'll never be able to get over this, whatever happened to him.
Yes,
and
like,
it's not by choice that this happened to him.
It's like meeting your idol, right? Or like, okay, my family told me to meet the Dalai Lama, get for some blessings. So I took
I'm assuming his family is Buddhist or...
Exactly. So I took this 2-week journey just to meet this guy. And I'm here for my family. Right? And I don't know if I really want to be here or not.
Mm-hmm.
Then he asked me to suck his tongue. I'm like... And the Dalai Lama, like, don't get me wrong, he's not like the best looking old man. Like, he's not a Richard Gere guy.
It doesn't matter if he's good looking or not.
Yeah, I know, that's besides the point. I know that was very weird, but
what
still,
matters is that how comfortable he was to ask the boy those words,
and
like
in public,
to utter those words that comfortably. That means this is not the first time you've asked a kid to do that. And he was so composed. He was so in his element, as if this was happening on a regular basis.
Yes, like the fourth boy who came up to him that day.
And to me, what's way more disturbing, already that's disturbing, but what made me even more sad is that within the video, you would hear whoever was recording or people around the person who was recording were laughing. Now, I don't know if they were laughing nervously or they were laughing because they didn't know what to make out of the situation, but they were laughing. They were like, ha, 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 ha. And then when he inched closer, they laughed even more intensely. But I don't know, again, if it was out of like nervous laughter. You know, when you're nervous,
I'm pretty sure it's nervous laughter. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Or maybe it's like his super fans who actually seen him do this before, and they're like, this is another target.
But no one stopped him. No one felt like, I need to protect this boy. You know? That's what's really riling me up.
It's hard to say tell someone of that figure in front of everyone, like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Like, of course, maybe a sidebar later or something, but
if not question his actions, take the boy away, at least protect the boy.
Yeah. I would have like protected the kid.
If I was if again, I wasn't in the situation, but if I'm a parent and I see my child being abused, like just with Max, if I see someone like inch closer to him with a negative action or a negative mean behavior towards him, then I'd snatch Max right away. So to me, I was just like, again, and
that's the thing. And
I wasn't there. I don't know what his parents were doing. I don't know what the whole situation was, but I just
remember what
bad.
What the spokesperson said. Oh no, this happens. It's just the Dalai Lama being playful or something like that. I'm like,
yeah, and apparently it's a tradition in their where he comes from in Tibet. I don't know.
What, to suck someone's tongue when you meet them?
To stick out your tongue when you like that's.
Well, the Lebanese kiss each other like 3 times, so.
That's so far off from
I know.
asking
I'm
someone
kidding.
to suck your tongue.
I know.
That's just.
But now in this environment, I avoid children at all costs. Like, I can't.
Why?
I don't know. It's just now it's with this whole thing going on about kids and like being predators and stuff. It's so hard to be around a kid.
Yeah, you don't have to be around the kid. You as long as you're a family member of that kid.
Yeah.
But you have to. You would know how to behave around the kid. Come on, like.
Exactly.
There's one end of it of like playing with the kid with no malicious intent.
Yeah.
And another side of it where you ask a kid to suck your tongue.
Yeah. Especially in this environment, when like the whole Weinstein, Epstein, all these kinds of guys just recently being like prosecuted for being like dare I say, a pedophile. And like literally it's going all around where they're like, there's all these shows, Catch a Predator, all those kinds of things. And this Dalai Lama, live television in front of so many people, like, hey, suck my tongue. I'm like, yo, this ain't right. But yeah, I wish the best for that little boy. Hope he still grows up and sees that like the world is still a nice place and stuff.
He would need therapy for sure.
Yeah.
And
I want to know where that boy is now. I wonder if they had like an interview.
He's an Indian boy, you know that, right?
A what?
Yeah, he's Indian.
From
an Indian boy from elsewhere.
No, but where in India, man?
I don't know. Do you want to visit the boy and
no, I want to like
wish him well?
Yeah, maybe send a well wish or something and say like, not every old creepy man is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope he's not traumatized forever. So.
Oh, he's definitely traumatized at that age. It's gonna
just wish him all the best.
It's gonna creep up to his adulthood.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know him, and I've only seen like a video of that, and I'm already creeped out. So
yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Okay, there's one thing I want to do before we get into the question. So, this is something that happens to Janine and I. It's just more like a pro tip that we just want to like share to the world. I don't know if it was just us, but something funny happened like when we went to a restaurant recently.
Oh yeah. Oof,
I don't want to say the name of the restaurant, but it might have our dog's name. What? No, but so we go to this restaurant, and the weather outside is really, really nice.
Yes, it is.
And we want to sit outside, Janine and I. We go inside. We tell them, can we get a table outside? There's no one outside, by the way, at this point.
Yeah, no one was outside.
And they're like, oh, no, you have to sit inside because... First of all, Janine goes straight into Tagalog with the... I don't know, the wait staff.
Yeah.
And ask, oh, can we sit outside? And then the lady is like, oh, no, there's no one manning the tables outside. You have to sit inside.
Yeah.
And we were about to sit, but it's like there's no place in this restaurant or there's no table that doesn't have AC blasting on it directly.
Yeah, so we were just standing trying to find where was the best place to sit.
Because it was freezing inside.
Yeah, because it was too cold and the AC was just like, blasting everywhere. So in the midst of us like standing and trying to find a table, there's another waiter who comes towards us.
Yeah, and I go and ask him, hey, I want to sit outside.
In English.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, of course. And then he guides us to our table outside. And
before that happened, I just glanced at the other wait staff, right? And I was just like...
And she said clearly that there's no one manning outside, so there's no one going to be taking your order. I'm like, it's literally a door. And you're already outside, and we're sitting in the first table outside the door. It's not an inconvenience. I mean, we can even place our order inside if you want. Just bring the food out.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the table outside, and then I told Janine, you know what your mistake was? That she spoke in Tagalog to the wait staff.
Yeah. And
I realized, like, that's not always a bad thing, but we realized if it's a Filipino-owned restaurant or a Filipino restaurant...
This is the pro tip. But they can't use if they don't look foreign, you know.
No, but this is for our mixed race families.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah. For mixed race people.
Yes. Or a mixed race couple.
Sorry, we're singling you out, but hear us out. Hear the advice and then judge us.
Yeah, so we realized... I think this has just happened once, but I think it will happen a lot more times if we continue this pattern. But if you go to a Filipino restaurant, And if you speak nicely to the Filipino staff, you won't still get what you want because you're like, okay, my
kabayan,
yeah. My compadre, my comrade.
Yeah.
But if it's a foreigner, they'll take an extra step, I guess, to make sure that you're happy. Like, oh, this guy's an Indian guy. Most probably never had Filipino food, so let's give him the Filipino hospitality.
Yeah.
But now, on a side note, if you go to an international restaurant, if you go to another Indian restaurant, like if you go to, let's say, an Indian restaurant and there's a Filipino staff, and then you ask her nicely, like, for something, like, oh, can I sit outside, or can I sit next to the entrance, or can I get that big table because we're a big crew and I didn't make a reservation? Then they'll take an extra step to help you out because you're like, oh, you're a Filipino in an Indian restaurant and
in a foreign environment.
Yes.
And when you speak to them in Tagalog and you're like, kabayan, then you can use your kabayan perks.
Exactly. Then you can play your Filipino card.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the other way around, if you're in a Filipino restaurant and you start speaking to them in Filipino and they're like, oh, it's another Filipino, then...
Exactly. Because
we've proven this.
I've proven it multiple times. Like, not even in a restaurant setting, but in a hospital setting.
Yeah.
Guys, man, literally the nurse would hold my hand and walk me around because I've been to King's College, massive hospital, by the way, like 300 floors at least. And I'm like, where do I go? She's like, oh, I'll walk with you. Oh, where in the Philippines are you from? They're nice like that.
Yeah.
So it's really like that hospitality, which I love. And I give to people regardless of gender. That's both Janine and myself. Not gender, but...
like, why did gender come into play?
Regardless of nationality.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about it. But that sometimes, like, okay, I still deserve to have a nice meal in a place, and I'm a paying customer, and etc. So, just a pro tip. Pro tip of the week. Pam, 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 pam.
Wow. Yeah. This guy has a lot of energy.
So what else do you have for us today, sister?
Okay. So for the remaining time that we have... we have a handy advice. It's been a while since we've had a handy advice episode. Wow, I lost my words there. So it's quite a long one, but give me some time to read it out. Then we'll break advice. It down. Yeah, we break it down and give her advice. Dunzos. Okay. So this was submitted anonymously, so I can't say the guy's name. And he says... my girlfriend just proposed, this is the title of his handy advice. My girlfriend just proposed an open relationship and I don't really know how to react to that. Okay, that's his title. Hello, Joshua and Janine. This is my first handy advice entry. I love that. I hope that because he says it's my first. Is there a lot more coming our way? I love that. Please send us more.
And that's for everyone listening, not only like guys or... girls.
Well, now that we're married, we're more well equipped.
We're wiser.
Are we? But I would say you can add that to the legitimacy factor of us giving an advice about
calm down, okay? Calm down. We're not even married for like 6 months and you think we are like the gurus.
We're doing well though.
We're doing well. Marriages.
We're doing well.
We are doing amazing.
Okay.
I
am a 25-year-old male and have a 23-year-old
cis male
girlfriend. Yes, I guess, because he has a girlfriend. We were just hanging out at my place and talking last night about random stuff, and our relationship came up. She tends to have mood swings, and we both suspect she is bipolar, although unofficially diagnosed. Her mood changes drastically, and our relationship really gets affected. However, I started getting used to it after 3 years of dating each other. They've been dating for quite a while. We've been going through one of these low points in our relationship since 2 weeks ago. And during our late night talks last night, she opened up the subject of considering an open relationship for us. She started stating that she wasn't really happy with her relationship and where it was right now, and how there are some men at work asking her out. Although she said she doesn't entertain even speaking to them because she fears that would count as cheating on me. I mean, who would not ask her out? She is a goddess. Sometimes I even think, why is she with a guy like me? She mentioned that she's been thinking about this for a while and wanted to talk to me about what would be my thoughts about opening the relationship or an open relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, my heart stopped after she said that. I come from a family where my father has multiple wives, but the idea never sunk in my head. So
he came from a lineage of multiple wives?
No, I come from a family where my father has multiple wives, so I'm assuming he comes from a Muslim family where...
Or Game of Thrones.
Okay. And after getting to my senses, I asked her if this was the best way she could think of fixing our relationship issues, and she said that she thinks this is the best way. She was quite firm on her stand about it. I said that I would think about it and went to bed. To be honest, I wasn't able to sleep that night. I love my girlfriend so much, but I don't think I am able to be in a relationship where I would have to share my time with her with someone else. It doesn't feel right to me. Shouldn't a relationship be a mutually loving and caring scenario between two individuals? I don't even know what boundaries to put into place within an open relationship. I think this really hit hard from someone you planned to settle down with. I was planning to propose to her, within a year. I was planning to propose to her within a year, and I've started saving for our future together. Any thoughts would be appreciated. Thank you very much. Oof. That's... Okay. Ready to break this down? 3 years of dating.
So they met at 22.
23 for him.
You said he's 25 now.
Sorry, 22. You're right. My math isn't mathing.
Yeah.
22. They met, and it's been 3
he
years.
said she's bipolar.
What? They don't know. I mean,
but every girl
they
is sort of bipolar.
Take that back. You think you're funny?
Course,
you're gonna be canceled.
I know. Hey, I'm not asking anyone to suck my tongue. Okay, so.
Bad joke, man.
It's a good joke for all the guys who actually like humor. Okay, so onward. I'll tell you my answer. I already know what I'm gonna say.
Say it.
She belongs in the streets. No. So there's two ways that I look at it. Okay, one is, yes, a relationship is between two people who clearly love each other, and she's already moved on in her mind.
It seems like it, because he said that she's adamant on it. She is,
but at the
quite firm on her decision.
But at the same time, he won a lottery.
In what way?
In a way where he can still date as many women as he wants while still having the love of his life. But again, polyamory and monogamy is very, very tricky. Like you mentioned, like even if he decides to go into this open relationship, there has to be certain rules. Yes.
So you're saying go for the open relationship?
See, he seems like a really lovey-dovey guy. I want this one girl for the rest of my life, and she's already thinking opposite.
Yeah.
But if he manages to switch that up, but I think I don't know. It's very, very, how do you say, choppy waters to sail into.
Okay, I have my advice. First of all, I'm gonna be harsh. Leave the girl. Sorry, that's gonna hurt a lot, but you seem to be a guy who goes for the typical and I would say the usual definition of marriage and relationship, where there are two individuals who are committed to one another without any external factors. I think being in an open relationship is like opening a can of worms, because you've never chartered that territory. You neither nor her, and you're already in this limbo where you say, you have your highs and lows in the relationship, and because from what I gather, it doesn't seem like you guys are in the best place. It's not right to step into another uncharted territory when you're not stable. So you don't know what her reaction will be. You're ready to propose to her when she's not even ready to commit to you.
Yeah.
Wholly is like very dangerous to me. You're super young. You're 25 years old. Kudos to you that you're already starting to
plan ahead
to I'm blacking out to save for your future.
Yeah, he's already looking out for the future with this girl.
But
and he's thinking, okay, you and me, baby.
Exactly.
Our lives are the world is our oyster, basically.
Yeah.
And she's thinking, my oyster is with like 5 other guys who I work with.
Yeah.
No, but see, I understand her side of the point, but like at the end of the day, they both have different mindsets. If they, like what you said, if they're both so in love with each other, and this is a thing that actually happens in open marriages. Like, why do they say like they actually open it up to other people? That's because they say, oh, we have so much love for each other that we want to share it across people. We want to date different people, but at the same time, we will still go home at the end of the day, share each other's bed, talk about our lives, everything, and start again from.
But again, as you said, these are two people who are mutually agreeing to an open relationship.
Exactly.
And I guess they're able to, I don't know how, to put a barrier to their jealousy, put a barrier to whatever they're feeling towards external people being in their relationship. But again, that's a decision with two parties. And in this case, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, he clearly doesn't want it, but as you said, he loves her that much that he even is considering it.
Yeah, but that's when you love someone.
But then he's lying to himself at the end of the day.
Exactly. When you love someone and you're giving up your beliefs and you're giving up what you want, then
that's
your
not
relationship
love, man.
is going to fail in the future.
Yeah. Bless you. Infected. But yes, my final comment, since they're both not on the same wavelength anymore.
Yeah.
End it, brother.
My thoughts are aligned with yours. Don't think of it as you've wasted 3 years of your life. Any point in your life that happened always leads up to a learning, and it's amazing that you've opened up to a certain person, you've loved them, you've learned how to commit to someone. So take those learnings, heal from whatever pain that you're gonna go through, because it's gonna be painful, and eventually you will find someone who's gonna come into your life and take your breath away and make you feel that love, maybe even more than what you felt, and hopefully at the time you'll be ready to settle.
Yeah.
And it might be the first person that you date with, it might be the second, third, fourth person. So just roll with whatever life
roll with the
brings
punches.
You're young, but my advice is to end this relationship, and don't sacrifice what you believe in just because you love someone.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect yourself, because once you start moving down that road, it's going to be one after another. It's the first step would be you agreeing to an open relationship. Second one is her, I don't know, bringing another guy and you seeing them together, and that hurts your feelings, but you agreed to an open relationship. So it's just disrespect after disrespect after disrespect to yourself. And at one point, you're just going to be numb and you're going to be used to disrespecting yourself, and you'll forget your beliefs and
who you are as a person. Yeah.
So don't go there.
And don't see, I like I said, and I'll end with this. I totally agree with Janine, but at the same time, don't hate your girlfriend for even opening up to you about that.
True.
It's because like she's honest with you.
Kudos to her for being honest.
Yes.
And saying her piece. And
exactly. It works for some people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna disregard that.
Mm-hmm.
If you were in the same headspace where you were also like thinking about other women, or thinking that adding more people into this relationship would save your relationship to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
So she's also thinking outside the box in a way, trying to see, okay, what can we do to spice up our relationship? She was honest with you. You're still gonna be her primary guy, but at the same time, she's opening up her dance floor to other breakdancers. So I understand her point of view. I understand why people also opt in for an open marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So just take that with a grain of salt. That doesn't mean she doesn't love you anymore.
True.
But maybe she just needs something to spark back up.
Yeah.
Because I think, sometimes when, like, let's say you and me fight and I go out and go and like, oh, I meet this girl. Then I realize, you know what? I have everything that I need back home. So maybe she'll snap back to her senses.
Yes, but
like,
don't
realize,
wait
like,
for that, because
exactly,
you
don't
can't hope for that to happen, because what if it doesn't happen?
Exactly. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But that's her own journey.
Mm-hmm.
This is your hero's journey.
Yeah.
Go do what you want.
Yeah.
Use that extra money now that you have, put it into like crypto to the moon or something like that.
Crypto.
But he has his whole life before him. What is he, like 25?
He's 25.
Oh, dude, 25, man.
You have so much ahead of you. I'm so excited for the next chapter in your life if you decide to, move forward with leaving her.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but there's so many better days ahead.
Exactly. Everyone is chasing something, and everyone's to each their own at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Respect yourself.
Respect yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sending that. I know we went straight to the point. Usually we break it down, but I don't think there's anything to break down here.
Yeah.
We're just like...
If anything, there's something to open.
Not funny.
Relationship.
Not funny. Now you know our opinion over open relationships, and yeah. I think that's it.
That's it for me, but...
My voice is...
I know you're gone. You're gone.
Have to cut this. Yeah.
The relationship is open, but your throat is closing.
It's not it today.
But I love getting questions, guys. Send us.
Yeah, please. I love answering. I feel like I'm so good at giving advice.
I'm the best advice giver, by the way. I'd never take my own advice, but...
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Comment down below who's the best advice giver.
Yes.
Is it Josh or myself?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm better.
Because I'll do it in a way where I'll make you understand the other side's party, and then you take a final call.
Okay.
But then I'll always put a disclaimer at the end, like, just because I said it doesn't mean it's real.
Okay.
Like, what if he actually says, you know what, I'll try. What if I actually said, okay, give it a try, see where an open relationship takes you. You're still young, you can try out different stuff. And he does, and he breaks down, and then he goes to the Dalai Lama.
It goes full circle. It goes full circle. That was a good one. Shut up, stupid. That was good. High five.
But yeah, guys, send us your questions. I hope we get an advice from that kid, actually.
Yeah. Ask us advice. Don't ask the Dalai Lama for advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Please. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for still listening to us.
Exactly.
We still see your views and plays on YouTube and on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to us.
We're still working out a few guests that we want on our future episodes.
Yeah,
so
let us know if
space.
you have any guests that you would like us to take on the show.
And send us more questions like this, guys. Like,
I love it. I love it.
Tell them how they can contact us for a question.
Okay, sir, I will. You can click on the link in the description. It's a form where you can send us an anonymous if you'd like to be anonymous. You can even drop your name if you want to. Write any question under the sun that you can think of. Relationship, work related, family related, money related, whatever it is, we'll try to answer it. We still have a couple of questions that we have left unanswered, and we feel super bad about it, but we're on a roll now. We're back, baby.
We're back in action, man. We're Backstreet's back. All right.
All right. Okay.
All right. But yeah,
and on that note,
is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, tell your friend to tell a friend about this podcast. We'll be
tell your family, your friends, your coworkers.
Having a lot of travel trips, but we're gonna try to still remain consistent.
Our travel trips are short. That's fine.
Yeah.
This boy is just out.
He knows that we're about to give him a shower, so he's getting nervous.
Yes.
Yes, guys. But on that note,
have a nice day. So is yours. Thank you, guys.